Monday. I just spun a giant wheel loaded up with a whole bunch of albums that were submitted over the last couple of years. There were 343 albums on that thing, to be precise. And our viewer, Braun, W's for Braun, literally ended up hitting their album, DM Stith, Heavy Ghost. Not familiar, but I am, guys, that's the second win from Braun tonight. That's an actual crazy town situation, because the album, or the album pie had over 300 albums on it. The song pie had over 500 songs on it. Like, those are nuts odds. Braun, you rolled back-to-back Snake Eyes, dude. I'm really impressed with you. Guys, you gotta let me know, have you heard the album Heavy Ghost by DM Stith? I don't know what kind of music we're getting into. I'm coming in here completely raw. Guys, have you heard this album, or are you raw dogging a very first listen with me? Braun, you've been around for a long time, homie. I'm super psyched that you just got your comeuppance night tonight. You have no idea how cool it is to think that, like, you were, like, already kind of excited, but then you get your album too, and it's like, let's go! Like, that to me is really cool. Guys, I'm going to hit the play button, and I'm going to find out what kind of music we're going to get into. It looks like it came out 2009, so I graduated high school that year. March 10 of 2009, I was getting ready to graduate high school that year. Came out 12 tracks, totaling out to 43 minutes, 46 seconds. Now, I'm going to hit the play button. Before I do, it's very important to me that you know that you are awesome, that you are valuable, that you are important, that you matter, that you are deserving of love, and that I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It goes a long way to help me out. If you really like what you see, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you, or join us on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Arizona time. These people over here are the best people. Come hang out with us. Come discover music with us. I know I speak for all of us when I say we would love to have you by. Guys, without further ado, DM Stith, Heavy Ghost. Let's see what this is about. Opening up with Isaac's song. As per Cheadle, this album came out on the Asthmatic Kitty label, run by one Sufjan Stevens. Oh, bro, really? Not at all what I was expecting to hear. He's just got that sustain pedal and the piano held.
I've gone in, I've gone in, I've gone in, I've gone in.
What's up, Malenko? Anybody that has ever sat down to like a piano, like a real piano, not a keyboard, and just held the sustain pedal down and just kind of crunched keys, or even just played a song, can tell you that there's a little bit of that like kind of atmosphere provided by just never letting your foot off of the sustain pedal. And I feel like this song has a little bit of that kind of crazy, like, chaotic building of sound. I like that they get such interesting use of crescendo in this. There's such a big space, such a little bit of a day in... I'm fascinated with this. I can't decide. So is this one guy? Is this multiple guys? Is this a band or is this a person? The other thing, the amount of layers that were there is confusing to me. I don't know if it was like double-tracked pianos. Like clearly there were drums, there were bells, there were a lot of different vocal layers. I don't know if they were processing those like to run kind of simultaneously or if they were record. There's a lot about that I'm really interested in. Isaac's song was kind of also does have a Sufjan Stevens flavor. There's not even a question about it. Whoa. Kitty dance.
I'm leaving out the parts I don't like.
Listen to the thing in the right ear.
Oh, I ought to learn. I ought to learn. I can't please myself every time.
You hear the looming like there. Wow, there's some really in
I
this
say bring
guitar
me
sound
sunflowers and
on the
bring
acoustic.
me a landscape of clouds and rain.
It's got like a Spanish style
And let the
guitar to
sky give up her many heavy hammered warnings. I'll take a warning, but you
Whoa.
are soon. When I left, Bobby would wash my body back to you. Back to you.
There's a really cool atmosphere to this. Fiery Furnaces there's no doubt about it that it's bringing me to this and less of a, it's like if Fiery Furnaces and Sufjan Stevens decided to do like a joint album together, the Grizzly Bear, not an artist I've really got a whole lot of familiarity with. It's they're in a group of people that I think are who Deerhoof. We listened to them pretty recently, and this feels like somehow a less abrasive version of that. In an interesting, if I feel like you've realistically, Lilnenko, you haven't had bad takes when you've come by. I've not. You do, I think, lean in a little bit more to the avant-garde than I do, but man, that just means you kind of fit right in. But also, his voice reminds me of what's kind of coming out of like the windmill scene with some of those English guys' voices. It's just the atmosphere that I'm getting the vibe from.
How many things?
I just literally in the space created, I guess is, and maybe it's just recency bias that like it's been in my ears here pretty recently, revisiting, kind of being like, huh, what do I think about this? If I, and maybe it's just that there's that sense of like kind of sound. Like,
can I say
you have a lot of different layers getting thrown on you, right?
And expect shock horror.
Some of them are kind of intentionally bombastic and out of place.
Again in sweet oblation. Your God's a lion, recently fed, drowsy. And the body, it waits for obliteration. Cold
Like if a
fire, don't leave me waiting for the world to replace me. Replace me. Oh, replace me.
I think by the way, for the record, if you were getting peaked headphones, I just looked over and this is an impressively loud production. And I already had a little bit of a negative decibel on the audio feeding into OBS, and it was so peaking. I'm glad I happened to look over there. So I reduced the input volume, so you should be able to turn some. It should be a little bit more level. Very thematic.
I'll tell the truth. I have been sleeping with the lights on ever since I left you.
There's an element of like thematics here where it kind of does feel like there is some scenery changing. It kind of feels like there's this like stream of consciousness sort of narrative. It almost seems like music that would fit in, that could fit in a musical. W's for my wife because she's a total Betty, and I was honestly a little bit warm, so I'm glad you did that. So I think when you get into the amount of kind of subgenres, it seems to be, you know, combining here, like it really is a melting pot. I do kind of hear like black country new roadie stuff in there, but then you get some of these like more acoustic Spanishy style guitar textures. You get a lot more brown, you know. There's this really cool like intentional. What do you mean by she's a Betty? Just curious. Watch the movie watch the movie geez, why did it come? Oh, daddy, anybody can get a ticket. Clueless. Watch the movie Clueless. It's one of my wife's favorite movies, and in that movie they affectionately refer to really pretty, beautiful, awesome women as total Bettys. And if there ever was a total Betty, it's that one. Nope. A total Betty.
Since I left you.
It definitely gives me a Sufjan Stevens vibe, though. But I also definitely hear that in the string arrangements, the piano stuff. But there's different sound textures that kind of, I think, feed into this. So it does end up giving me a melting pot of other stuff, like their sound textures, but Sufjan's brain mixing it. The use of atmosphere is immaculate.
A thousand people think tomorrow
love this.
I'll find it.
And then we went kind of
by
swampy
me.
on it. I just want to comment on the fact that for a band to invoke the comments evil, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young vibes, and immediately after that Animal Collective-ish, that band is doing a lot of stuff. That band, holy cats, I just got 6,000 followers on Twitch. Just this minute, right there. Holy cats, thank you guys. This is nuts. Right in the middle, right. Holy cats, happened live, huh? Thank you, guys. Seriously, Sagi Masa, you were follower number 6,000. Welcome to the Rooskies, homie. Rooskies, make our new friend feel at home. Jeez, thank you so much. Sorry, I'm kind of blown away. This is nuts. What a time to be alive.
I'll find it right by me.
Wow. I don't want to say Mumford and Sons-y, but I feel like I have to because of the time period it came out. I do think the Marcus Mumford voice was like really happening in that time period. And you get the kind of bluegrassy Americana-y sound textures, even though Mumford and Sons in that time period, I still wouldn't say it was Americana, right? But you kind of get those sound textures in the...
And I'm gonna throw me my body. Make sweet the water once bitter to me.
For a band or an artist to get so many people thrown at him in comparison, that dude's a melting pot. His voice also reminds me a bit of Bon Iver's. Come on, tell me you don't hear an upbeat Bon Iver on this right now. Even the harmonies there where they kind of go out of key, like they kind of harmonize there in the cracks of the piano. You know, I'm really impressed. You see? They're getting this really, really cool atmosphere happening. This bass behind it is just sliding all over the place, like it now has kind of a tribal thing going. the amount of reverbs, it's like they've got the harmonies in some spots of this as nothing but wet reverb on a vocal, and there's such a kind of haunt to it, I think the idea, the title Heavy Ghost is making a lot more sense to me, because I think in the amount of times I've imagined what ghosts might sound like if I were to believe in them, I think that imaginative sound would be something like, but maybe not necessarily this, maybe just utilized in kind of a more created musical atmosphere. Their ability to utilize this atmosphere, though, while they're doing this almost like sometimes tribally thing, sometimes like real, like, I don't know, real like rhythmic, like almost like a train kind of like pulsing. The tom runs. You've just got that repetitive, like, kind of march to it. And all of these, like, goofy noises, they're, like, kind of ping-ponging back and forth.
I'm through
This immediately reminds me of Sufjan Stevens.
accepting what you are for me.
Okay. Immediately, I want you to be headphone crew. This is your time to shine. Identify yourselves. Listen to the left and the right panning on this, like, palm muted. I think it's a palm muted nylon string guitar.
Through accepting what you are for me.
With some of this on like the frame, the head of the body of the guitar.
This is the night.
There's keys jangling in the left ear. There's fingers. You can't hear it, but there's fingers like tapping against like a box or a desk or something. And it's got a little bit of a fingernail clap to the fingernail tap. I'm hearing the above the nut thing you're talking about.
To keep to me.
I was thinking the same thing, Rabbit. When I was trying to say earlier, it sounded like it was tapping on the body of the guitar. That's what I was talking about. Because this is a fascinating song, and my brain can't stop trying to pick out parts, which is a telling sign. Also, very much is bringing me to like the All Delighted People EP.
And it don't seem right to keep to me. And I'm leaving out the parts I don't believe in. Oh, I'm restless as a geyser, like a blind animal in water.
left here. It stopped. Some of these sounds stop abruptly.
Full of the devil. And I'm off the dreamer, the dreamer, the dreamer, about to rain.
They've just been gratuitous with their stereo soundscaping. I love that line. Line of the album so far. Right here. Wow.
About to rain. Overtake.
Love that uplifting transition in the chord
like
there.
out in the pond when the storm came on. When play turns to play, turns to play. Marks the day, marks the day.
I'm through accepting what you offer me, or what I'd done to keep this mystery, because this is the night of reckoning, and it don't seem right to keep me. I'm leaving out parts I don't believe in. I'm a wrestler. You know, I do feel like there's some moments where I'm wondering if I'm hearing an abstract wrestling with the belief system here. In some ways, I kind of think that is what this is. But I also think that maybe because of the person I am, I run the risk that I could be superimposing my own impression onto the song. But I'm getting the vibe that Heavy Ghost, in what I'm feeling presented here, is a reference to God.
Sometimes leaving out my family.
You know, like, because if you wanted to get simplistic about it, one could deduce God, the biggest Mac of all, to a ghost, right? And I like in plenty of Christian denominations, you have the reference to the Holy Ghost, so to speak. So I think that there is this overlap of colloquy, I'll say, where colloquialism, where you have people talking about either ghost or God as kind of overlapping and synonymous, and God, and the concept is heavy, right? Good and evil is heavy. Creation, or just it was, is heavy. All of those things are heavy thoughts, and the idea of ghosts and fear, and like, you know, whether or not ghosts are like harming or not, there's a lot of heavy components to it. So you have two things. Again, this could be such a Walter is superimposing his BS thoughts onto this album and it has nothing to do with it moment, but I don't feel like that's the case, especially as we're getting more into the lyrics here. You know, like it immediately hits you with religious imagery. a nice little, these crescendos with like ethereal swelling is so cool. Fluff, believe it or not, it wouldn't be as hard as you think. In fact, it'd probably be about as easy. You know what? Here, buddy. I'm going to show you a little something about wet sound, dry sound. Have you met Jersey Girl? Okay. So wet sound, dry sound is a pretty simple concept, okay? Let me just open up something here so I don't have to twist knobs and I can just do it from my computer. So to perform something live like this, okay, I'm simply going to open up, let me just really crank my decay and my mix here. And I'm just going to give you a swell like you wouldn't believe. Let's bring that down to quarters. And let's just make this thing go to the point of almost oscillating. Okay. Let's turn a fuzz off so I have a little bit cleaner. And go to bridge pickup. Okay, so here's the thing. So this is I'm gonna swell, but I'm basically. You hear how it's still going? She's still going. This is a wet sound, right? If I go all the way wet, you're basically only gonna hear, I'm going 100% into wet sound here really quick. So you're only gonna hear, oh, I'm running in parallel, that's why. Hang on, let me go to one I'm not running in parallel. Let me go to one I'm running in series here. Here we go. These I'm running in series. Okay, so now I'm just going to go and take my mix all the way up here. And the reason I bring this up is because when you go to a whole wet sound, you don't hear the guitar anymore, right? You'll hear the guitar, but you're hearing the effect on the guitar. You're not hearing the guitar strings. You're hearing all of these effects layered on top of it. That's a wet sound. So a lot of the times, if you want to get something to just stay going forever and not have to do a whole lot of dynamic playing, but really fill a whole big space, that's what you do. You can do the same thing with keys without having to like set up a whole bunch of, equipment, like with guitar pedals or whatever. There's a lot of different ways you can accomplish it. But to get layers like that is not hard, especially when you have the ability to kind of build them on the fly, much in the same way that I just did. And when you layer a lot of those sounds and you do it in such a way that they're not colliding over one another, it's is this basically muting the attack on the note? No, in the last context, it's not me muting the attack on the note. It was me turning a knob from the mix knob on my reverb pedal from all the way from a little bit kind of in there, like letting some of the reverb pass, but most of my clean guitar sound through, mixing it to 100% wet sound. So you only heard the effect the reverb had on the guitar sound, not the guitar sound itself. When I dial that mix back, you start hearing the guitar sound mixed in with the effect of the reverb, right? So in this context, to recreate this and play it live, you're really just creating atmosphere, much in the same way that I did. See what I'm talking about? This isn't me. To get these things to perform, though, there are so many different ways you can swell to get sounds like this. Like they have choral reverbs, they have ambient tape delay kind of sounds can get you there. The layered acoustic. Believe it or not, I think that would be just a matter of maybe even affecting the acoustic parts. I don't know. I'd have to really think about some of the details on some of the sound, right? Like there's a huge stereoscape here that I don't think on a first listen I'd be able to pick every, like even on a first 10 listens, this has got enough layers in there to where a perfect recreation without just ridiculous amount of note taking listening, it would be tough. But I love the atmosphere. I love the building. You know, I've spent a lot of time learning how to make swelly, big, swirly do atmosphere sounds. It's, you know, it's spent a lot of time doing it. It's just always intrigued me. And this, it feels like something that I would have just ended up kind of making in my own small parts of it. I'll say feel like things I would end up making in my own context to just kind of play sounds, like play my own music that feels good. But then other parts of it feel like if they really developed that idea with a band and people I get with this is really interesting. I'm seeing some of my own like creative influence within the same mix of this, because I love playing with atmosphere and they just have a finished product. It's so easy. I'm gonna pause it here. It's so easy to get yourself building these big atmospheric loops, not knowing what to do with them, and then just leaving them alone. So more power to them for figuring out a way to crush one out. Whoa, bass coming in? Am I hearing a lot of reversed guitar sounds? Or reversed vocals too? Am I the only one that feels like the Mario Underground level bass, but like music is the bass? Why am I hearing the Mario, the Super Mario Brothers Underground level music in the bass line? This is a lot of layers. It's almost like their concept, as you get to the point that you think some of it could oscillate, but it's not affecting itself. It's a very stimulating record. This is onion music, dude. Layers for days. I honestly, some of it is hitting me. Some of it's kind of like meh. Like, but I think some of it's meh to me because I've spent a lot of time trying to like make sounds similar to this. And sometimes those sounds get old to me, even in like the droniness part of it, but they do a good job about keeping it from like getting too like distasteful to where you're just swimming in self oscillation, which I appreciate because that can get really harsh. I think that they find a lot of creative use cases for their sound. I just, it's so much to take in at once. Anyways, I got to run to that. I'll be right back. Let's go, girls. Let's do this thing. Going into the next song, Spirit Parade, which I think we just listened to. And, okay, B&B. There we are.
From in your car, we saw the fire, and we could feel it on our skin.
The fleet of consciousness, man.
Slick licorice road, our glassy eyes shared the argument of undefended light.
The clarinet in the left ear. Are you kidding me?
Why did you say?
The violin.
Oh, did you say? Why did you say?
Kind of a haunting, daunting here. And the dissonance, again, this whole album has kind of been just a collection of never letting the sustain pedal go. The clarinet going there, building up. The crescendo of dissonance, man. What a release. Sustain pedal on the piano still going, which is why you're hearing the notes ring out. Tim, I cannot agree with you more. You think he might have had a weight on the sustain pedal? That's I've never heard of anybody doing that, but until you just said that. There is I tell you a little bit of my musical lore. I learned how to accomplish that type of sound by listening to the song "Brothers on a Hotel Bed" by Death Cab for Cutie. That I can remember trying to play it on the piano and not quite being able to accomplish what it was I was hearing. And it wasn't until I was just kind of like in a moment of defeat where I was just kind of like, ugh, and let my hands fall on the keys with my foot just on the pedal. It was such an accidental discovery moment for me, but I've never been able to remove the sound of that discovery from my head. It's a core memory of music for me. To me, it was one of those like, oh, that's how I did it. Like I imagine maybe similar to in a much less grand way, Newton's realization when the apple hit his head. You know what I mean? It was kind of that to me. My hands fell on the keys and I was like, oh, similar moment. Thanksgiving moon.
Raise your arms for victory.
So there's these moments that he does these things very reminiscent of like old folk artists, where you hear them just sustain a chord out longer than anticipated to kind of build some sort of tension going into or coming out of a lyric. Like in This Is That Moment I'm referring.
Raise your arms for victory.
I feel like Ren, who's the very first artist I ever reacted to, has similar vocal styles to this.
We'll start over, we'll start new this time.
Especially with this, the nylon string guitar as he sings.
All stars and shadows, and we're all stars. Yes, yes, I know. Yes, I know. Around a Thanksgiving moon.
Ooh. They have so many just random kind of bombastic holdout, like they just come in out of nowhere.
From a jagged bright sickle moon. The big man
marimba now?
stared him down in the middle afternoon. In the blood and the metal, with his hands, with his hands, with
Nice
his hands,
swell.
with his hands.
Ah, that's lovely.
Oh, is that a star? Oh,
Little
shallow
phasery thing?
victory.
Yo, what is up, Viper? Welcome to the Rooskies, homie.
Oh, shallow victory.
This has maybe been my favorite on the album so far,
Is that
guys.
a star?
By far.
Victory. Is that a star? Oh, shallow victory. Oh, is that a star? Oh, shallow victory. Is that a star? Oh, shallow victory. Or is that a star? Oh, shallow victory.
That's how I help you find the song. Long overdue. Look at us go. I think that there's just no question to me that that was my favorite one on the album. I mean, honestly, that was just really good stuff. And, I mean, realistically, that's the song that got me to finally make a bigger version of the song right above my head. Feel like that was a long overdue moment. People have asked me to do that for a long time. So anyways, guys, let's go into the next song, Fire of Birds. What do we do with the birds, guys? We consider them. I did hit 6K. Yes, I'm at 6,001.
waiting for sun in the morning.
Oh,
My
wow.
eyes on the ceiling, a fire of birds.
Fire of birds. This is amazing.
And the body knows.
Gizhenge! Dude, thank you for gifting out 5 subs, you freaking peach. Well, dude, if you got a gift, if you got a sub from him, say thank you.
For I know.
Dude, thank you.
And didn't we
Uplift.
pretend?
First timers, how is this album hitting you?
And your Christ kite caterwauling in the air.
I agree with you on the giving Nick Drake right now, for sure.
Coarse and feral, and even so.
And now that you say it, I can't unhear it. Brighter Later, specifically, this dude considers birds. I think he does. I think that the writer of this album heavily considers them. I don't know if he has a... You know, I don't feel like he's throwing his belief system into this album so much as throwing his wrestling with his belief system into this album. And if you ask me, whether you're a believer or not, I think that's kind of the most realistic faith-based music one can write about. Because let's be honest, faith is a choice, right? And believing in something, anything, even in disbelief, it can be difficult, you know? There is so much to it. And I think that if somebody's brave enough to talk about their wrestling with humanity's biggest questions, and, you know, or writing about their you know, they're struggling with that. I think that that is one of the most real perspectives of humanity, because it's something that literally every single one of us in the world has considered at a time in our lives. What is the grander picture? Is there anything bigger than humanity? Is there, you know, is there something more? Is there something spiritual? And to wrestle with those questions publicly through art, whether you're a believer or not, is I think, one of the most meaningful and relatable types of artistry there is. It's an extreme layer of vulnerability. I had a hard time saying that, but it is an extreme layer of vulnerability that goes into writing stuff like that. Even if you're doing so in allegory.
I couldn't charm my way back to you.
Because we asked the question.
Oh, lady night. Oh, lake at night. Oh, slouched, ghosts of light.
The last 2 songs have just been amazing.
In the bloomed lilac moons, I pray for peace where the land bear cinders burn the trees. Still I can half see you. I can half see you.
This is the best one. Not just because the birds.
In the rain, in your Wellington boots.
Ah, I loved this one. It really was the best one by far.
Where we danced like we were on fire. Oh, oh, oh,
of late 2000s, early 2010s indie rock textures that this is bringing me to is so nice. It's so in line with things I love and things I've been growing to love. The other thing is, I don't know that there has been one single verse or chorus. Like, there's been plenty of verses. I don't know that we've heard one chorus. The structuring in this has been what he wanted the music to be. You know? It feels like this was the project he wanted, not the project somebody else wanted him to make. I really, really appreciate it. You know, it again, with having this whole thing sound like, there's no way I cannot think of All Delighted People meets Fiery Furnaces.
Like we're all on fire. We dance like we're all on fire. We dance.
That's such an absurd part. We dance like
we dance. We dance like we're all on fire. We dance. We dance like we're all on fire. We dance, stop. We dance. We dance like we're all on fire. We dance.
This is easily the best song.
All on fire.
Like, this is so good.
We dance, stop.
I think that kind of the undiscovered indie rock I've been finding as we've kind of gone back, and a whole bunch of people have been like, Walter, you liked all of that indie rock and you never heard this band? Like, all of the people that have kind of helped me fill in the blanks there have just been tremendous. And like, this is exactly in the wheelhouse of something that I would have just obsessed over. And I say the same thing. I said the same thing about Sufjan Stevens as I started through his catalog. And I guess this album and All Delighted People both kind of hit me in a way that I want to sit and have a conversation with either dude and just be like, man, I already know that we went through the same stuff, but tell me your side. I want to, you know, like, I really feel like we there's no way we didn't live very similar lives. Morning Glory Cloud.
Today, I thought I felt something like a shift of weight. I have been hiding. I have been hiding.
This reminds me of Georges Benjour.
I have been hiding. I have been hiding.
Yeah, no. Atabua de Esmeralda. Hang on. I'm going to tell you what song to go listen to really quick. Just to, yeah. Errare humanum est. That's the song that song reminds me of. You need to go, you're going to hear the line the second the second you go and listen to it, you're going to hear it.
I have been hiding. Oh, do you?
You know what? Okay, it's definitely that song. Sorry, it was driving me so crazy.
I only realized today, I thought I felt something like a shift of weight. I have been hiding. I have been hiding. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's kind of like right here.
I have to breathe, I have to breathe. I have a dream and it's gone. Cathode lit clouds rolling on. Did you call my name?
Really love his falsetto.
I have been hiding. Oh, and New York's behind me. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Roll over everything. Oh.
The ethereal atmosphere provided by these oohs and ahs of the background vocals.
No, you won't catch me. I know this street, and I've got my own policies.
I can't not hear
I've got
Georges
my own
Benjour
policies.
in that phrase.
But the defining ray is threatening. Illuminate everything.
These big ethereal moments, man. They really all to like acoustic texture and choral reverb and some bass and some claps. What a change. This is getting chaotic. I feel like the last 3 songs have just been less scattered. Maybe a bit more avant-garde, but like less scattered overall. I suppose it has felt more like musical avant-garde to me. And I love that they leave the trails on the reverbs there so much. So now we're going into GMS. I love that it transitioned into that like that. Give me 1 second. I think I hear Clark trying to get out. Clark couldn't decide if he wanted to take a dump or get off the pot, and I am hopping in to GMS. I'm actually going to let that transition play again because it was so smooth. Just listen to that. No, Clark's the best boy, dude. Between my stoic nature and that man's laziness and ears and love, match made in heaven. I love these swirly reverbs. I'm so tempted to play. Yo, thank you for the giant Clarky. He's the best buddy. He is a basset hound, yes. The interplay of just going back and forth on this album from piano textures to the acoustic guitar has been truly, truly fascinating. Because a lot of times you get one-trick ponies. This has not been that. And it's like they fade it in, they pull it out, and they put something else in that's dissonant. You hear a little bit of vocals there in the background, just so subtly. Does anybody know what they're saying? Is this one of those moments where it's a song with lyrics that I'm not seeing because of title? I certainly feel like some of the point of this album is to feel like banshee noises, but also to feel like distant, like, voices. I think they are attempting in some ways to emulate ghosties. We have 2 songs to go. First timers, how has this album hit you? People returning to the album, how is it hitting you? I really think so far, without question, Fire of Birds was the best song, though. I was warm and now my house is freezing.
When the ghost of me refused to speak, and in my dreams I watch TV.
Oh, wow.
I'm blue inside, I'm the blue light. I'm blue inside, I'm the blue light.
I love that lyric.
I'm blue inside, I'm the blue light.
And what's fading in is more ethereal and not dissonant.
And I need this time. This white town. And I'm the red blood of this white town.
Where is Heavy Ghost from?
Someone else's
Really swirly. I don't know how they're getting these shimmery sounds. The artist is damn Stith. So this is just a person, not a band. He's from New York. Pretty limited info and seems like he's had some mental health struggles. Oh gosh, I hate to hear that. Like, this album has been genuinely beautiful. Chaotic in some parts, uplifting in others, big and beautiful, questioning. Psychosomatic muteness and depthness. Whoa. I can't help but want electric guitars in it. That's been my one critique of this album. Sounds like one of those old synth organs that had like a bellows on it. Are you familiar? Have you ever seen those? Or a synth accordion thing. This build-up, I absolutely... Ooh. They have such good tension release moments, but the releases to nothing. But like sound decay instead of
A braid of voices. David, David.
that piano run during David David. Going into the last song, Wig, does it stick the landing? This has really been kind of an upper downer for me, but I really like what it's done. It's like not every song is hit, but there's been something there. I guess I relate to the energy of seeking, questioning, and wondering what grand schemes mean for us. I think that the package makes it better, like, because I would still listen to the songs I didn't necessarily like to go through the album again, for sure. It's interesting when you like the album better than you like the songs individually. This was certainly a case for me on this one. Like, I feel like the work of art kind of requires the whole body here. See, that's a good moment. I love a good big ol' swell. Oh, it's good stuff. I think so much of this album has kind of been the sense of taking deep breaths in these moments. Are they going to 15-second dead silences at the end? No way. They didn't. No way, right? Maybe you just hear him get up and walk out of the studio. It was heavy. That I really found that I enjoyed that a lot, as I go through this. Like, not everything was a song. It wasn't a perfect album to me, but it was definitely an album that was, again, I think worth more with the collection than singled out. I think that was one I would sit and listen to a couple of times just on my own. There's something about kind of those big moments fading into nothing but decay that I really appreciate. You know, yeah, I'm a fan. Guys, W's for Braun. Heck of a night. Well, thank you for sharing the music. You really killed it today. Guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best. And until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. Goodbye.